Lav.
Very nice.
Oh. Fuck.
Whoa.
Era, you need to change your video resolution.
Well, then,
damn it.
you and your low resolution.
Oh. Bugger. I think we're live though.
Oh my God.
Are we?
My God.
We're live. Can somebody say hello to everyone while I figure out this video resolution? Hello, everyone.
What's up? Busy week in crypto and play to earn land, right? What's happening over there, Jesse?
Man. Just about to do a little bit more breeding.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna send my SLP over now. I think I just got everything of yours.
Nice.
Right. Hello, everyone. The video does seem to be fine. If you
It's your new tree.
so, please let me know in the comments.
It's your new tree, Sean. It's dragging down the resolution.
Yes.
The black window is much easier to render.
Yeah, I've got a big error message up on my screen, but can somebody, I assume we're coming through okay to your people. Just let us know if we're not.
Is this thing on? We're
Yeah.
not. We switched.
Can you see us and hear us? Please, someone comment.
I see live now. It looks like we're live on YouTube. Good day,
Right.
sir. Hermengildo, Joanna, hi. My Mariano, hello. Flavia, your new scholar, Sean. She says hello, everybody. Yeah, we're live, man. We're totally live.
Okay, fantastic. So yes, my two new scholars, welcome on board. The logins will be with you directly after the show. Got a few more teams to give away today. So yeah, welcome along, everybody. It's Tropical Shirt Fridays, apart from Stefano, who just flatly refused.
Or we just didn't tell him.
Flatly refused to wear a tropical shirt. What's wrong with you, man?
Nothing much. I'm trying to sort it out my vacuum at the moment because, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, we have nothing but complaints over on this side.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand what's happening. Okay, the Mac is finally silenced.
The vacuum is off.
Yeah, the Mac was going crazy. I don't know what's happening there, but
it sounded like there was an airplane landing when Stefano came online.
The power.
Right. So as we do on Fridays, people, we've got some teams for you to give away, some scholarships. So stay tuned for that. But maybe we can kick the show off by having a look at the project board, how other projects we have reviewed are going. Mr. Gonzo, do you want to bring that up for us?
All right. The projects.
Take it from the top.
So what's going on in crypto land here of our projects? It's kind of a mixed bag, hey? Aga token, bit of a loss this week, still up. Axie going bonkers. This is for our land. J-Ho gave it to us. How much was it per 0.33, I think, when we got it? But now the forest plots are worth 5 ETH minimum floor value. So that's pretty, I'm pretty
stoked.
Stoked.
Rubbing that in my face, will you?
I'm pretty stoked because I got 2 of the 3 hard forking parcels, and we're going to keep building on those when the land play comes. So that's great. Block Duelers had a pretty crazy week. They've released some new physical, the boxes already, and Garrett's been working on the play to earn mechanics. So that had a crazy bit of a bounce there. You know, it seemed like everything in the market was getting a bounce from the play to earn push from Axie's kind of hype, right? Everything NFT gaming and like play to earn related was like seeing a little bumpy bump. So that's your market trend for you there, right? It's not like we've called that one 6-8 months ago, right, Stefano? Fucking A.
Never done that before. I'm surprised that, like, you know.
How do we keep doing this? This is crazy. It's like we're clairvoyant or something. Or maybe we just look at the right things and talk about the right stuff and ask the right questions and recognize the potential. I think that's the thing, right? Is you got to recognize potential, and if things follow the correct path, you know, then you just keep adding to it. Like the long-term game is much more rewarding than the short-term trading game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
so yes, Stefano, on that note, we're expecting you to give us the inside running on an X 2000X, please.
Hey guys,
Well
Uh,
done
Many
with
times do I have to do
we got
that
it.
every
We got it. We
single
got it. We
time?
got it already. It's called Pulse Chain.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we've got our
Jesse's going
resident
to
expert
talk
here.
us through that in a moment. But yeah, what the hell's happened with Hex? In fact, then if you just click play there, Jordan, so that brings up the rest of the projects. This figure's actually incorrect because if you held Hex, we got the additional payment. Hex community will probably hate me for this, but I sold a small portion of it today. For 1.5 ETH. The rest is staked until my 50th birthday.
Did that portion that you sold, was that also staked?
What he's not telling everybody is his 50th birthday is tomorrow.
It was the only bit that I left unstaked that I had planned on selling months and months ago, but the price of this thing just kept going up, so I didn't.
Right.
But looking at these numbers here, we all got $250 worth of Hex, and mine's currently worth over 15 grand.
Yeah.
Bing! And that was like
So-
already how much Hex is pumped, right? That's, when we got that initial allocation, that was the price that we got it at. And it had already gone through 2 or 3 of these crazy cycles, right? So Hex, and then now they're doing the Pulse Chain, right, Jesse? Which is like an ETH fork where Richard is trying to make it more efficient, I guess. And
so speaking of Stefano's genius move with Axie, I think you were the only one that sold your Hex, weren't you? Or have you still got it?
Yeah, no, I sold that a long time ago.
He did the LP and then he sold everything.
Yeah.
Got his stake.
99% of the projects that 99% of the projects that we have in the board, I sold everything a long time ago.
I'm still holding PAMP strong.
Yeah, baby. Well, you can't really do anything else with it. There's no
Pep is still there at 88 cents. I mean, it could make a comeback, no?
Awesome.
So yeah, we've had some epic wins here, people. So those stories you hear about a couple of $100 turning into tens of thousands. But
it does
happen.
This is the perfect example, right? Because we have 20 projects here, right? And the hit rate, I think it's pretty accurate. We didn't bring on trash projects. We brought on what stuff that seemed fairly legitimate that was going on at the time, right? And stuff emerges from the market. It doesn't. Some of it fizzles, right? So this seems like a pretty good hit rate when you think about it, I think.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
not bad. It's not bad.
There's other stuff here that we're just in another bear market cycle. And it's some of these projects' first bear market cycle, right? So we picked some of them up really high in their bull run, their first bull run, right? So now they're going to bleed out for a bit probably, right?
Yeah.
So everything was overvalued for a bit there, and it seems like now it's correcting again. It just feels like a broken record now, like last October, right? What are you guys doing? Buying NFTs, finding use case, finding community, same thing. It's the same story, right? You just find projects that are good, and they're going to keep building in this turmoil. Like it doesn't matter the price of the token, they're just going to keep building, right? And that's how you build winners. So you got to
I mean, Flex Coin, which was our last project we had a look at, that's done okay.
Since we're up 43% in a couple of weeks. That's pretty good in this market condition for sure.
Yeah, nice. I'm gonna get some stable coin gurus on the channel because I think the stable coin space is something we really need to understand and communicate to the audience. We've got Tether having another audit in the next few weeks as well. So hopefully there's no bad news out of that, people.
Sean, on one of our other projects here that's been fundamentally, we've been into it since the beginning, is our pirate chain.
Yeah.
And this leads us to an interesting conversation that I was having this week with some of my scholars and some people in the privacy community. There's been a bit of FUD, I guess, and a bit of fear about, Axie's gaining so much value, and the Philippines are getting attacks on people, right? Trying to get their assets. So there's a bit of okay, why are we all public now, right? People are getting these privacy concerns, right? Everybody's thinking maybe we got to go anonymous, right? So a lot of the scholars have changed their profile pics to their Axies, which is cool. I love that. That's awesome. I agree with it. Obviously I don't use my real name, but I'm not very anonymous at all. So, but I think for the scholars, it's a good idea. And also, we've talked about tax implications and stuff. And I mean, if you really believe in cryptocurrency, having some privacy options, So I messaged Trade Ogre. I'm like, hey, you guys should do an SLP-R and an SLP-XMR trading pair. And I said, like I have 150 scholars that would all be interested in doing something like this. If you can get a decent rate, like Trade Ogre is a great exchange, right? No KYC, you just sign up. You can do really small orders, right? So you could sell 10 or 50 SLP kind of thing instead of having to do like a bulk order like on Binance, right? And then the fees on Uniswap are still a bit high, right? So until the DEX comes in, and even when the DEX comes in, you swap to like USD or you swap to ETH, because Trade Ogre is mostly a Bitcoin exchange, right? If you wanted to buy a privacy coin on Trade Ogre, you would have to, sell your SLP to ETH, deposit the ETH, trade the ETH to Bitcoin, use the Bitcoin to buy a privacy coin, right?
Yeah, Jordan, do you
So,
also want
kind of
to?
convoluted.
We had an interesting chat. I think it was it yesterday, day before, about payment rails and maybe what we could do with the community there. We're going to reach out to some people we've worked with in the past in the crypto card space. But what I'd really like to understand is what payment rails are you using when you go to fiat? How are you doing that from your specific countries? And what sort of fees are you incurring? How much are you having to give up in value? So if you could communicate that to us, we're going to have a chat with, as I say, with some of these crypto credit card companies and maybe see if we can do a deal for you all. So please, maybe you could just drop some notes in today's stream. What sort of percentage are you having to give up when you're doing these conversions? We'll see if we can get a better deal for you.
Yeah, let's do it. That would be great. The scholars would totally love that, right?
Yeah.
To convert right from SLP to a credit card that you could just spend locally, not have to worry about all those conversions. That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. So let us know. So are we going to go into some Axie chat? Or the other thing I was hoping you could help us out with, Jesse, is what the hell is going on with HEX and Pulse Chain? What's available as HEX holders? What can we do?
I can fill in a few pieces for you. Maybe not the entire puzzle, but
why don't we just talk about the Axies that you're doing here now and then talk about Pulse?
Okay.
Yeah. So Jordan just very kindly lended me one of his very strong Axies here.
A 50-50 breed program.
Yeah. And so both he sent me a bit of SLP and AXS, and with my other share, we're going to breed a couple. So I'll just go right ahead and do it. Yeah.
Just let's talk a little bit maybe about the logic, right? Because, Stefano might look at this and go, what the hell is he doing? But the key thing with these Axies is they're 45 speed, heavy damage dealing beasts, right? So this guy's got 45 speed, which is super crazy because he's got the bird eyes and the bird mouth. Yeah. No, what do you have? He did a different mouth. But so now this guy's 42.
He had like the green leaf in his mouth.
Oh no, it's the kingfisher. His back part makes him fast, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So when you check the breeding pair, all the options that kind of come out of this are really good. The only one bad part is the herbivore. It's not like horrible part, but it's not. There's better options. If we got the Nutcracker, it would be way more of a better Axie. But there's some recess.
Quick question, Mr. Gonzo. What's your most valuable? Who's got the most valuable Axie from the four of us?
I don't have any mystics or origins, so yeah. I mean, it'd just be a game playable one. Probably, I've got some crazy beasts that are worth a fair bit, and I've got like my most valuable ones are probably, I think, 2 or 3 ETH right now.
Oh, really?
Maybe 2.
Well,
maybe 2.
What about you, Stefano? You beat that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, the Axie prices are always changing for one. And 2, when you're running them on scholarships, you're not really checking the prices. You're just trying to get the best possible teams together, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, I've gone to scholar accounts and I've got, holy shit. And I put that in the pricing calculator and I'm like, wow, this scholarship account is worth like $7,000.
Yeah.
So there's some where I'm like, man, maybe I'll just sell this account. So it's
I wouldn't even do that to any of my scholars.
I know I wouldn't kick the scholar out. I would get them a new team, but
just a shittier one.
Yeah, no. I mean, you got to take some profits, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it would be a coordinated with like, a scholar that's underperforming or leaving or something, and they give up a team, and then they would like, okay, well, this is a good point to sell this team, right? So, I think the 125 that I'm at now, and then the extra 25, it's like that's more than enough. Go down to as low as 100 if I have to.
Yeah.
But seeing how it's working and the economics of like breeding, the play to earn percentages, everything all combined, I kind of feel comfortable. Like, okay, this is where we can just cruise for the life of play to earn and Axie, and just like take, comfortable, aggressive profits, kind of every claim, and just go with the punches here.
Yeah.
But it's
hey, thanks for your help yesterday. We've created 2 very good teams for my 2 new scholars. They'll be with you right after this show. I got 2 more teams that I'll give away today, but you're gonna have to wait probably 3 to 4 days for the eggs to hatch. Jesse, what have you got for the audience today? Are you making up a team right now, that we're gonna
get it, Axies? Come on, Jesse, do it. Do the voice.
Get it, Axies. Oh yeah.
Everybody loves that video, and Jesse did the voice there. So that's I don't think everybody realized. So that's awesome. We got the
is everyone is starstruck now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Axie breeding voice.
Get it, Axies.
the voice of Axie 6 right there.
So you breed that twice, because me and Jesse are doing a 50-50 breeding deal, right? So he brought 1 Axie, I brought 1 Axie. We split the SLP and the AXS. He kind of needs 1 more beast to get his 3rd scholarship going. So I kindly we trade. We've done this with all my friends. I mean, me and Sean. Stefano. I've got other friends like DC Star. He's he's got some more scholars, and just my Axie buddies. It's like sometimes you don't want the cost of 2 good pairs, and you just split the cost and split the Axies, and everybody wins. It's great.
Yeah, and the main thing that I'm doing now to the audience is I'm trying to make sure that I breed all of the Axies that are currently already in scholarships, because you can't take the Axies out. So
breed it again, Jesse. Breed it again.
I'm trying to. The server's being a bit odd. It's saying no Axie found. Okay, we're okay. We got it.
Oh, this guy already had a breed on him?
He had 1. So that we just.
Oh, it's going to cost more then. I didn't realize that.
No, this is the last one.
Oh, okay. You have enough?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
This is the last. Oh, you're fucking right.
I thought we were breeding 2 virgins, so I only sent 450. Son of a. Okay, so I need to send you 300 more. So, okay, so I'll do that right now so we can get your breeding done.
Okay.
So, what's up next, Sean? What's happening?
Well, let's. I just would like to understand HEX and what you guys, what your understanding of what is happening there with Pulse Chain, what we can do with the HEX that we got from that community. Jesse?
So the bit of the puzzle that I can tell you right instantly is that there's two kind of factors. One is there will be either a EHEX or a PHEX airdrop, depending on how much so if you're holding HEX, whether it's staked or unstaked, you will get an airdrop. That's just fine. Also, yes, Sean, by you just getting rid of that HEX, I'm not sure if the snapshot has been taken or not. That's the question. We can figure that out somewhere. But if it hasn't, so maybe you lost a little bit of an airdrop. The second thing, though, is that the sacrifice phase of Pulse has been going for 2 days. There's 2 more.
Sorry, Jesse, just quickly. Have you claimed an airdrop from them as yet?
No, there's nothing to claim yet.
Right.
Just a snapshot.
Yeah. But the sacrifice stage
is so ridiculous,
and it's an insane. I know it's an insane sounding concept, especially when he says the reasoning is you're sacrificing crypto for the good of free speech and blockchain
and humanity. You can donate it to some longevity institute called.
Yeah, you're saving lives. You're saving lives.
It's not a cult, guys.
It's like what the
not.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like
what is going on here?
No matter how culty or Ponzi-ish or weirdish it may seem, it also seems beneficial for a lot of people somehow. So I'm not here to say whether or not it's how much.
So I mean, look, he's a very polarizing guy. I have a lot of people telling me that straight up scammer. Jesse, what are your thoughts on Richard Hart and HEX?
Okay, look, no offense. To him, I almost appreciate his assholeness because I tend to trust assholes more than I do people who are like, oh yeah, like, oh, this is all good. This is like, trust me, like everything's fine. Oh yeah, like with a big fake quivering smile. He's very translucent. So I appreciate that. Whether or not how much he, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's out there, he's on the screen, he's saying it like it is. He's a bit of he's got prick tendencies about him, and I can say that because maybe so do I. So no offense, Mr. Dick, but it's the way it is. So, but long story short, I know we said this last time I was on, and the response from you guys was, just because you're making money doesn't mean it's not a scam, and I agree with that. But also because I made money means that I don't cast it aside completely as nonsense either. So, I'll put it this way, tread carefully for sure.
Yeah.
Carefully.
Well, I mean, our $250 each has turned into a significant amount of money, so I can't say I'm disappointed. I mean, he was on my radar very, basically when I first came into the space. He was very, very active in a trading group I was part of. He was making some of the better videos, without a doubt, quite in-depth, talks with project leads, and he typically tore them all to shreds. So, it was a surprise when. What? That's awesome.
Yeah, right. One of my scholars.
Wow.
Well, this is one of Stefano's old scholars.
What the fuck? That's dope.
You got this jersey made up. He's like, "Is this okay, sir?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's okay." Shit.
I mean,
big respect to whoever did that.
Chan.
I mean,
good job, buddy.
It makes us look like sponsors for like e-gaming teams.
Yeah, well, we are.
Well, we are. Yeah.
I mean, well, let me see the second one. There's the back.
How do I get one of these?
Yeah, well, Chan, if I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he hooked it up. Gonzo Scholar Chan.
That is beautiful. Really, really, really cool to see.
So sweet. Awesome. So yeah, that was that just came in. So Chan, if you're in the chat there, Sean wants one. I want one too, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, how much?
Yeah. Captain Gonzo.
Hey, so listen to the community. Just coming back to what I mentioned before, could you send us through some messages about how you are moving out of SLP whenever you do? I hate seeing people spend crypto and going to fiat, but I know for most of you, you have to do that to pay the bills. But I'm really interested to understand what sort of fees you're incurring, what payment rails you're using, to see if we can do something better for you there. So maybe if you could throw some comments in this live stream, but also please send us a message on the Discord. So awesome. And I want one of those t-shirts. They're fantastic.
Oh yeah. Nice job, Chan.
So we should actually create a bit of merch, Mr. Gonzo. You're the artist on the team.
It's totally true. There's a bunch of artists on the scholars. Holy cow. There's some really good ones. They've had some doing design work, and BM Hubs, he was making some awesome videos. Actually, that was the reason that I gave him the scholarship. He was really good at compositing and After Effects and editing. Then there's some really nice funny Axie drawings. Stefano's hired a couple of the scholars to do the designs for the NFTs. So it's cool. I mean, totally creative community. I mean, that's part of the big thing about Axie is all the artwork that's connected to it. Yeah, if anybody has any ideas for shirts, I mean, we've got that logo kicking around. We can put that on a shirt. We'll do that for sure. I'm nice on black, just the Axie Forkers one, right? And then the jerseys, those are great. Need some hats, I think, right?
Super cool. Johnny, I can send you back your Axie now.
You did. Oh yeah, you got the.
I've read 2.
Okay, and then you owe me 150 SLP.
Okie dokie.
Or another Axie is fine.
I'll stick with the SLP. But what is the you send me your address and I'll transfer that guy back over to you. And then do you want me to just hold on to the eggs in my breeding account until they're hatched?
Sure.
Okay.
There's going to be a fair bit of randomness to that one. Okay. So, maybe, we can talk about it when they hatch. Exactly.
So yeah, just throw that address in the chat and I'll send it back to you.
Sorry, is somebody needing a link here? No.
Everybody needs link. You're not going to make it if you don't.
No, what's the what's the link people are asking for here?
Change
Discord
link.
one.
Thank you.
That is in the show notes. If for some reason that's not working, just go to the Hard Forkers Twitter page, and it's there at the top. And
That's
just
sure.
That's
You
great.
are on YouTube. You're watching a live stream. Please go
it's in
on
the
Twitter
it's in the
and
notes.
get
It's
that there.
it's in the notes below this video. Click it.
Sorry, people in the community. Apologies.
What, that link isn't working? That's in the show notes.
Dude, if they're asking for the link, like just copy the link from Discord and sending that into the chat. Like, what's so difficult about that? Like, I don't
Well,
get
it's
it.
easier for me to tell them it's in the show notes below, but I will do that right now.
So all the
Stefano,
stuff,
how's your week been? What have you been doing?
Been super busy. Super busy. No, but it's
How about-
been good.
how about all those bull market corporations? Did they all
Yeah.
keep going in the bear market here? Or do you start having guys tail off? Like, oh, actually, wait a minute.
No. Quite the
Everybody's-
opposite.
Oh, that's
Quite
good.
the opposite. We're
Oh,
having
good.
like hedge funds that are being set up. We're having VCs that are being set up. Like there
Yeah,
is a lot of still happening, to be honest.
Yeah, it's better to start in the bear market. You get a truer, accurate value of.
And I don't think that we're in. I really doubt that we're in a
No.
bear right now.
I mean, everybody's feeling like it, and there's a lot of capital leaving.
Yeah, but that's because everybody doesn't understand crypto. And they're all like wannabe tourists that came in 6
Yeah.
months ago, and they think to
It's-
be the Gordon Gekko of the situation.
It's
So,
a bear trend, right? But on a month or two scale, I think, not a year scale.
Look, it's one of those things where if you're looking at like what we've done like since we actually were live the first time a year ago and so on, we have done the DeFi wave, and we caught
Well,
that. And
The end of it.
okay,
Because we
fair-
started in August, and that was like the start of the beginning of the end. August. Was
That's true, but like among us,
we had like the current touch of death. Think the crypto bull run. Nope, bear market.
That's true. Okay, but among us, like when we were talking about like starting doing this, we were actually like considering that because of the DeFi run. So we got the DeFi run, and we were right on that. Then we start talking about the layer 2 and the NFT in sense of art, and we were right on that because we got both of them.
Mhm.
Then we started talking about play to earn gaming, and we were right about that as well. Like in a matter of like 12 months, we got every single trend with months before they were actually happening.
Exactly.
And we all managed, I mean, I don't know about all, but I managed to prepare myself to, get the top trend on every single one of those. And everybody that has listened, everybody that has been like following all of this stuff and been paying attention ended up being well positioned as well. So, the fact that now people are like, oh my God, my ETH is below 2,000. What am I going to do now? It's like, you're making a 30x on your SLP. What do you want? Like you might be down on Ethereum, but you're literally having a track of ETH that is coming to your way every single week because you're selling Axie. Like
0.5.
yeah, that's
for
the
like an
thing.
average Axie. 0.5.
I
That's like,
literally just
sell
now that we're
one.
live,
Oh,
I
sell
literally
another one.
I sold one for 0.3 in a matter of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like a
easy.
third on a ETH. Like who cares if ETH is down like a little bit? You're still making an insane amount of money. So, and the point is this: the people that have the funds, and I'm not talking about the average Joe with the little funds on buying Dogecoin and so on. I'm talking about the people that have millions, the ones that are like coming into the space in a serious way. They're actually preparing and they're finally like taking a proper move. And by proper move, I don't mean like the Wall Street person, the wannabe that goes like on the live television or saying that he's entering into Bitcoin and so on. No, I'm talking about the people that are doing offshore incorporation. They are the ones that are like in countries where they cannot let the government knowing about what they're doing. Those type of individuals are now setting a base to enter the space. Why are they doing that? ETFs are coming. 2.0 is coming.
Ethereum,
countries-
for anybody that doesn't know.
Well, if you don't know that, then what you're doing here.
Hey, come on. We've got some
and-
new people in the stream, in the chat.
And number 3 is the entire regulation that is passing, pros or cons, that's not the point, is the fact that governments are now taking a step with the different that is an understanding compared to what we had before. 2017, the regulation was done on ICOs because it was more like trying to stop things from exploding. Here, they're actually things moving into the future thing. The Lagarde just mentioned a few days ago that the only way forward for Europe is the digital euro. Like, if you do not realize what is really happening in the space and you're bearish now, like, do what you want. Like,
I couldn't agree more, Stefano. I
ever.
just wanted to quickly share this article. You raised a good point there. I think people are, around regulation, what Bitcoin and crypto actually is. The level of understanding now. We've got a guy called Gary Gensler, who's head of the SEC. He's a big proponent of blockchain, and this article hit the press today. We've got some stupid senator basically calling out that half of Bitcoin transactions have been illegal, 76 billion, he says. So this still shows that there are some fuddy-duddies, some absolute idiots that still just haven't wrapped their heads around this. But brilliantly, you've now got a lot of other, including the FBI, etc., coming forward and saying, actually, this guy's completely wrong. Blockchains are highly traceable, and in fact, they're able to bust criminals using the technology. So yeah.
By the way, it's Tropical Shirt Friday for Remy. There, he said it was a bad shirt day, and Stefano didn't want to play, or what?
Bad shirt. What
Come
the
on,
hell are
you
you talking
jumped- you
about,
joined his
Remy? These
stream
are
live.
some of the better shirts going.
Guys,
I didn't got the memo,
So guys, by the way, I since our last Friday, I still have now that I've read those two, basically I still have Mr. Armando Miguel de Esa
Jesse,
Perez.
don't share that.
Don't share what?
Yeah.
That.
Well, I still have good old Armando, who is Howard DJ.
Okay, where's he?
He is awaiting a team.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, you can just do the beast and 2 tanks, I guess. You got two beasts there now. Ronnie,
Yeah,
we got 3 beasts.
So I want to give him a. The only one that's kind of not the greatest is this Colon or Cologne.
Mm-hmm. It's a decent utility. It's not a pure beast, but it could be okay with the right team. It's got a sneak attack and free defense and 2 really strong cards. But the thing with beasts is they're slow, and they that one might be fast because it's got the ears and the eyes. Yeah, it's actually pretty fast, right? It's like 44 speed. But the health is that one. Because the thing with the beasts is they're always pretty soft. 38, it's not bad.
Yeah.
46, like that's a super fast beast, right? So you're going to attack before the other team's beasts, right? And the other team's tanks. So you're always going to get first strike, and you have that sneak attack, which is pretty good. So you can attack the bird in the back line. So it targets the furthest enemy or whoever's in their back line.
That thing is terrible.
Yeah,
If the right player with the right, it's not terrible. It has
it's terrible. Sell it and take the money. What are you doing giving that to a scholar? Come on.
Oh, you got to learn how to play something other than just the normal team.
Sell your colon, Jesse. Put your colon on the
sell it, get the money,
but you've got
another one. Do it again.
You've got 2 other beasts there and 6 and 5 tanks. So just put 2 tanks. Yeah, use that tank on the left because it's got some more offensive cards, right? That one is your second tank, and then use one of the little dude as your first tank, and that's a pretty standard team. Or you can use the Yam tank, which is good. That's probably better because it's got healing and the poison, and you've bred it 3 times, so you don't have to worry about breeding that one again. So use Friar, Tuck, Cutie, and Ronnie probably. That's more of like a classic team, but it's a double tank instead of using a bird.
I'm going to send that right over to Mr. Miguel, which is Howard DJ, who won. After last week, it was funny when the like investment banker,
Oh, yeah.
54-year-old Australian investment banker won my scholarship. And then I was like, dude, are you sure you know what this is? And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought I won a bunch of Axies. I
Yeah.
was like, it's a little bit different. He's like, oh, give it away, give it away.
That's the thing with the random giveaway, right? He just walks on and gets the right answer, and then he's like, "What do I got?"
he's
So,
like,
Well, there you go. We've got a very diverse audience.
But, you know,
a mega
real
rich
drama
investment
there, guys.
banker from Sydney.
The
We
real
love it.
drama there, guys, was the guy that actually won. Remember, we talked about like which stream goes first, right? Whoever responds first. And the guy responded on Facebook, I think, or something. Another guy responded first. And he was like, hey, guys, like I was first. So we gave it to the guy that didn't deserve it. And the guy that deserved it didn't get it. So I said, okay, I'll give you a scholarship, right? And then Jesse's like, oh, man, that guy, he can't play the team. I said, okay, well, you can have the one that's supposed to win. So it all worked out in the end. So
I'm going to give away a team now. In fact, a couple of them, just to people that I've just seen super active in the community, supporting the content. So let me know if you've already got a team. But Alexis Domingo, I'd like to give you a team, and Joe G.
Oh, I see. Cool. Yeah.
So just let me know in the comments whether you in fact have a team already. But yeah, just appreciate your involvement in the community. So yeah, they're two teams I'd like to give away. As I say, it's going to take me 3 or 4 days for the eggs to hatch. But hit me up in Discord, you two. I think you have already actually. But yeah. So Jesse, how are you allocating a team this week? Is it another cryptic question or?
Well, if I can sort this first team right now, that I think Jordan he suggested Friar Tuck. You suggested Friar Tuck, Lil Dude, and Ronnie. Is that what he suggested?
No, Friar Tuck, Cutie, and Ronnie.
Friar Tuck, Cutie, and Ronnie. Okay, so that'll be one team. That means that I could still give that second team that I owe out as well today.
Yeah, you could do Little Bro, Little Dude, and Robert De Niro. I mean, double tank with a sneak attack. I mean, those 3 tanks are all the same, but I mean, they're good Axies. If you had it twice, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Right.
But you would need a lot of damage from the beast.
So Ronnie, so Lil Bro, Lil Dude, Robert De Niro on one.
You know, I mean, there's a bit of, like, I was the same thing when I started my scholarship. Like, I had some dog shit teams that I gave out, but you know, I told the scholar that I was going to improve the teams as soon as I could. You know, I'm building the scholarship, but you know, you're not always going to get the best Axies off the bat. So, you know, the scholar can still play with them and they can still farm SLP, right? And they can still earn with them. It's not the best for like PvP. So that's why, I mean, most scholarships, they'll start people with a PvE, like the SLP farming, where the Axies don't matter as much, right? You just go grind through it, spend the time, and you keep passing the levels, right? So it's you know, it's 2 different kind of teams, right? So this, you know, just let the scholar know that you're going to try and improve the team when you can. And that's mostly where the management comes from, right? And like people, it's like, oh, you give out QR codes, but you have to, you know, work with the scholar and see, you know, if they're having problems and why they're having problems, ask them why they're always getting killed and how you can improve the teams, right? So they're like, oh, my beast's too slow. He always gets taken out by the bird. You know, it's because the beast is the fastest thing on the team, right? That's a problem that this guy's going to have, right? But you don't have anything faster. Like, that's the first thing that they're going to say.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'll help you out when I can keep growing.
Yeah, and then so, you know, you just got to listen to what the scholars are asking for and then try and get beasts or different Axies that kind of meet those requirements to help make the teams better. And it's going to be better for both of you, right? You're both going to earn more. So, but it does cost.
So Sean, I'll be able to answer your question about giving away another team in a minute. And I'm going to set one team to Little Bro, Little Dude, and Robert De Niro. And then the other one is Ronnie, Cutie, and
Friar
Tuck. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I'll stop sharing this, and you guys keep it up, do whatever you're doing, and I'm gonna just sort those real quick.
Friar Yams.
Very good.
Hey,
so
your new scholar, Sean, Alexis Domingo, had a good question for Steph. The question was, so there might be a chance AXS will double in price in more than the next few weeks?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's totally fucking possible.
So statistically speaking, if AXS gets analyzed in the same way that we get like treasury or kind of like a PE ratio, like we've seen like on Aave, on Sushi, those type of things. We can actually expect to see like AXS between $60 to $70. Does that mean that it's going to happen? No, but that's one model to actually look at that. On the other side, the main thing is that like no new XS is actually being pushed in the market.
Yeah.
Because staking is not available. No airdrop has been done yet. Like nothing is actually happening. So the supply at the moment is blocked. But on the daily, AXS is being sucked and removed from circulation every single time because those 4 AXS that you use for breeding goes into the treasury. So demand and supply at the moment is broke, which goes down to the fact that as long as breeding Axie is profitable, and it is right now because SLP is going down, we're not like at 40 cents anymore, we're now on 30. So because of that, we're back on profitable for 1, 2, and 3. 3 is a very little, but it's still profitable, which means that people are going to do that, plus playing their roulette luck with number 4, most likely. That's also an option. So at that point, you can expect that the number of breeding is still going to be pretty huge. So AXS is daily going to be removed, which will lead to the point that sooner or later, whales are going to sell because the return is going to be insane. The inflow is going to like being completely cracked at that point, and AXS value can potentially reach what a DeFi model would actually tell you that it could be. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if AXS is still going up, to be honest.
Yeah, there's the two things that are the huge factors that are missing, right? Hey, the airdrop and then the staking model, right?
Yeah.
And when you start staking AXS on the network, you're going to get the marketplace takes 4.5% that goes into the treasury, and being a stakeholder by staking AXS, you get a cut of that treasury. So I mean, there's do you think they're going to have like a retroactive, like all that's going into the treasury, or is that just like a nest egg? And then once you start staking, then you get a cut of those fees? Or
yeah, they're gonna do like the famous airdrop that they announced like October, November, whatever it was. But for all the things that they're doing now, that's all being collected because it's not being distributed, so it's there already. I don't think that they're gonna. I mean, it would be nice, but
I
look at how many months they're waiting already for the first airdrop. Like, are they going to do another one? We're going to see that in 2050 at this point. Like, with all the respect for Axie, but come on, like they could even like be a little bit faster on this at this point.
Well, I think it all has to, because it's with staking. They don't want to drop before staking.
Yeah, no, they're right, and that's the reason why the airdrop that they're going to do, it's going to available on this small percentage of what we're entitled to receive. The vast majority will be on locked period along with the staking mechanics. So they've created that in a way that is really going to be inflation adverse from that side. Like you really need to like hold for a long term. It really becomes like a buy and hold model for the AXS, which, you know, it's fine. But those rewards, like all of those rewards in the treasury, like all those 4 AXS, that's going to be like all part of the staking. So you're going to have like staking, you're going to have the fees in ETH from 4.25, and you're going to have like the 4 AXS every single time that is being breeding. Staking, right now we're like, what, $25 and so on. Assuming that we're going like on whatever, I wouldn't be surprised if actually your ROI for the first 12 months is going to be anything between 80 to 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm really not going to be surprised if that is going to be the case.
Yeah.
Wow.
People are not keeping track on how many AXS daily has been sent on that treasury.
No, it's crazy, dude. It's insane. Like just the metrics. I think what happened with Axie is that they caught on like 3 months before they were ready. You know, like in their extended timeline, I think ideally it would have been just like a couple more months to give them like lead time to get the decks and to get the network ironed out. But now they're just like trial by fire, where everything is like kind of burning, and they're just like, oh, okay, we got to keep this going because like the technology is not keeping up, and they're trying to scale the servers, and
which is not bad, by the way.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
The fact that the price goes up like this, it can create a floor level where psychologically, if you're buying something at $500, you're not going to sell it for 300 if the market goes down. You rather just keep it and open. You become an holder instead of like someone that just like flip for a loss. That's the nature of NFTs in majority of the cases. You're rather taking zero by holding and lose everything than actually selling for a loss. And so the fact that they got caught up in all of this now, no DEX, no staking, nothing at all, like the model is impossible.
Huge network issues.
Yes.
Any project like smaller than this, if like you had this kind of prolonged like server issues, people would be like, sell, and the token price would just tank and it would go to literally zero. If it was like, if this was any other project that we've reviewed or anything else that we've even looked at in the crypto space, I think in the last 3 years, this kind of problems.
The server's down right now again. Like I can't even access anything.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, that's just pure exponential growth, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, quick, get the bigger fiber.
Speaking of growth, any thoughts on? I know we covered it in depth last week, but any updates on 9 Chronicles? Is our community getting stuck into that game? Are we? What are we seeing on that project?
Well, this morning I'm helping one of the members in the community buying some 9 Chronicles gold.
Nice.
So we mentioned that many times that if anybody needs, me and Shauna say that as well, by the way. So for anybody that wants to buy or sell, just send a DM. We're doing that for a ratio of like 50 per $1, which is like a floor price. But we're here to help, like no matter what, like whatever you need to buy or sell, like you can use us as DEX. Apart from that, we got like some of our members that have won the Twitter giveaways, so showing that like our community is being active on social media as well. They had a couple of problems and issues on the mining and everything. They've issued a patch, a fix of a patch like this morning as well. They're really right now on the mining having some issues. It's been going on for a couple of weeks and they're really trying to like sort it out their stuff, but unfortunately they're not perfectly there yet. Community is definitely like being there, at least like the art-forking community is being there. We still have the same major issue, which is the fact that 50% of our community doesn't own a laptop. And so, you know, that's something that unfortunately, as long as there is no mobile version, nobody can do anything. The second issue is the fact that 99% of our community is in developing country, which means that internet connections is not perfect. And the first time in order to run 9 Chronicles, you need to have a full node, which is tough. Like running a full node on a blockchain, it's a tough thing. So, you know, that's also creating a lot of issues and problems over there. But apart from that, I love the direction that the community is taking on this, like the referrals, the sharing of the referrals, the use of like the earn portal, the fact that like everybody's helping on like, you know, graining how to do this, how to do that, helping each other, getting like additional levels and so on. The only thing missing, guys, as per usual, make sure that like you're sending those screenshots of the task and everything so that like we can give you the tokens that you're winning from doing that, because you have that option. This is available only for the art-forking community. We say that many times. You play the game, you're part of our community, you get tokens by doing that. So it's an extra line of business or income that you can have on the play to earn industry. So just take an advantage if you can. That's the only thing.
Hey,
Yep,
I just got a new NFT from Gala today. Did you get one, Stefano?
I don't think I didn't check actually. I doubt that I got anything.
Oh, I get an email because I was offline. I missed a bunch that you got.
Oh, that's true that we were off. You got an email? No, I definitely didn't.
Oh, I got one today. Nice. Make up for the ones
Good
I
one.
missed. Nice.
Good one.
How about you, Jesse? Did you get one? Any NFTs lately? New Gala node?
Got one in the past couple of days now.
Oh yeah, nice. I got one. Hey,
So,
there was
so
a
is that-
question
is that
and
randomized?
I don't know. I guess so. It seems like it because then me and Stefano have rarely got the same one at the same time. Because sometimes they
that's
have
why.
like you'll get where they drop to all the node operators, right?
Right.
And sometimes
Yeah, but that's very rare.
yeah, and then sometimes it seems like most times it's randomized. Sean, did you
I
see that
see.
question about SLP in the chat?
No. What
There's
was
a
that?
bit of a charting question. Here, I got the SLP charts open. I can share it if you want.
Yep, go for it.
So there was a question, was it May? He said, oh, it looks like a double top on SLP USD on the 1 day, right? And if you look at Binance, it totally looks like that. But the problem with that is that Binance is like an isolated market, and the history doesn't start soon enough. So if you look at it on CoinGecko, it just looks like parabolic. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a double top or is it a cup and handle forming? Sean,
Baloo's in the audience. Let him tell us.
On the daily. I don't know. This looks pretty insane. This is like the 180-day chart.
Actually, Blue, if you want to jump on, just let us know.
It's so messed up from that whole run where they locked up the SLP and it changed the price of everything. But yeah, I mean, Stefano, do you think SLP is going to go down?
Could be.
I mean, it's supply and demand, right? And I don't like, if there's more players, it just means the price is going to keep going up, right?
Yeah, that's true. But we're talking about like an insane amount of money. Like even I am actually borderline being like, damn, if I sell like everything, that's like so much money.
Dude,
my girlfriend, like jokes aside,
yeah.
my girlfriend now makes more playing Axie than by being a full-time nurse.
Yeah.
Like
in Singapore.
Yeah.
Hey,
holy shit.
Man, the scholars are fucking rolling right now. Hey, Sean, you know what? I just got a great story from a Spaghetti. You know, he's my like lead scholar. Around
that's
first.
Our Chevy Nova guy.
Yes, exactly. He has more scholars than you do. That's great. I love it.
What?
He's got 12
failed.
Yes, that's so great. I'm like, yeah, man, that rocks. So we also promoted him to help Jazzy out with the QR codes and some of the managing stuff, right? So we've started, again, promoting from within and having people take on more responsibility and help out so everybody can grow more and, just have a better program going here. And everybody can keep making some gains and enjoying life and having a good time. Play to earn, baby. Play to earn.
Yeah, on that note, if there's any social media experts in our community, can you please hit me up for a chat also?
Hey.
Yes. So where were we? I was just let's have a look at what's going on. What's green in a sea of red today? This is the NFT column. Surprise, surprise! Only Axie in the last. Yeah. Any other projects of note we want to have a chat about in the NFT or gaming space, guys? The other thing that for people that do think we're in a bear market, here's this one for you. $500 million raised for a new Ethereum-based NFT platform that's in today's press. This one centers around football. So. Bear market, my ass. This space is growing and growing fast, people. But yeah, coming back to our list, yeah, I mean things are taking a hit right now. But any other thoughts? I know we highlighted the Mocha brands, the Sandbox and Rev. They're ones I hold. They've both done
so much happening, like so much.
Yeah.
Avagotch's launched their new auction system, by the way. So they've launched like this thing where like now you're betting for NFTs and you're earning Ghost token by actually like participating in the auctions type of things. Zedron has launched a partnership with Atari, which are both like two NFTs projects or play to earn and so on. And so now you can buy a horse with an Atari skin, which is absolutely amazing. And spoiler alert, I'm actually participating in a couple of the auctions because I want to get some of them. Let's see if it's gonna happen. They expire like in 5 days. Sorare has like reached like new all-time high in terms of like transactions and daily active users.
Sorry, who was that, Stefano?
Sorare. Sorare is basically like football managers where like you get like your cards, you create your team and you send them like to play weekly challenges around like football. This is more like what you're looking here is like more collectibles. This is more like NBA top shot.
Hang on. This is them here, no? The Fright Space Fantasy Soccer game.
Yes. Yeah. And they're basically like going to expand that in the sense of like getting like the moments like in NBA Top Shot.
Right. So what's the name of that token?
Sorare. I don't even know if they have a tokens. They have like the NFTs.
Right.
I think that they do. Maybe they do have it. But you win like their tokens. Like sorry, their NFTs.
Not there, is it?
No, so potentially they don't have a token, but you basically like participate in the challenges and you got like NFTs and players and everything, and you improve like your team and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun game, to be honest. If you're into footballs and stuff like that, it's pretty cool. I don't know. There is so much. Decentraland is currently having like an art week, so they have like a tons of like art gallery and events and like streaming sessions and all of this stuff. Look, the space right now is like daily having like some sort of things. It's
absolutely. So I mean, on the top 100, anything that you consider undervalued that might be worth
Ethereum
taking a closer look at? Ethereum.
You're laughing, but hello, like 2 weeks away from 1559.
HEX today.
2 weeks away from 1559.
I am.
Do you want to know something crazy? So here's the thing: with 1559 coming on the 4th of August, you need like, I don't know, 160 way to get like Ethereum to be like deflationary, which we're never gonna see that now that we have like layer 2s and so on. But forget about that for a second, because I mark my word, this is 100% gonna happen. 1559 is gonna launch. Ethereum is not gonna be deflationary, and there is gonna be a tsunami of messages saying that it was all fake. That is not going to happen, that like 1559 doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be done either like by the femboys of other chain or by actually people that are just like spreading FUDs and so on. Once the merge is going to happen and we're going to have like 2.0, you need an average price of 13 way to have a deflationary Ethereum. 13 way. So.
I don't understand. Why did it change? You just said 160. Now it's 13. Why?
Because with the merge, you got like 1,500 transaction per second versus 15 that you got now. The entire chain models, it's completely like destroyed at that point. But here's the thing, 13 is almost by default, because with 1559, the default mechanisms is 6 way. So it's fairly easy when you got like congested moment to reach like the 13 way. Mm-hmm. So this is what it's going to happen. Because like you want to know what's the next trend on the next 6 months, here you have it. So August arrive, Ethereum is not deflationary, tons of FUD going on, Ethereum is dead. We're gonna have like another wave on all of that thing of like, you know, it's Ethereum has no future, buy this, buy that,
below $1,000.
Well, I don't know. It would be sweet actually if it happens, but whatever. I don't do price in that sense, but you know, if it happens, it happens. I'm fine with that.
How catastrophic is the FUD going to be?
Well, it could be. It could be pretty catastrophic. We're already below 2,000, to be honest, from 4,300. That's already like a pretty low jump.
Yeah.
Can we go like a 1.5? Can we go in 1.2? Like whatever. That I have no idea.
Keep selling your Ethereum, people, because I'm buying it.
And then from there, you got in Q4, they're going to miss the merge. We already know that that's going to happen. Q1 is going to be the merge. 2.0 is going to launch on Q1, potentially February or March. At that time, that's the moment where Ethereum. So you got that. Plus, end of the year, you got all the ETFs that are going to be launched. Brazil has already done that. Spoiler alert. Next one, you're going to have like more serious thing in the US. Not with all the respect for Canada, obviously, but the US, you want to have that. Like that's the market that you want to eat with an ETF. That is going to be in preparation. And then from there, you got deflationary, 1,500 transaction, a full decentralized system with nodes that are not running at gigabits or 1 terabyte of space, like in the case of Polygon. ETFs in place, like you are basically creating the first perpetual bond for the traditional market with an ETFs. Yeah, I mean, good luck.
Well, I mean, there's been some very significant purchases of options for the first quarter of next year on Ethereum at $50,000.
No surprise. No surprise.
Yeah. So not financial advice, but I'm position constantly. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So Jesse, have you got this week's question for the audience to win your next team? Who wants to be a mathematics scholar? The crowd roars. Whenever you're ready. So, Stefano, just one other thing. Obviously, have been a hodler of Matic. I'm seeing across many YouTube channels that there's a bit of a misconception that Matic is done. It's finished after EIP 1559. Any thoughts on Matic? Obviously, it's seen its price plummet recently. How do you see that project playing out over the next year? When does it potentially become not as applicable? Do you think that its current price point is potentially a good buy? Thoughts on that?
So Matic is for sure not going to go away anytime soon. 1559 has nothing to do with Matic per se. 1559 is gonna change the gas fees, but it's not gonna reduce the gas fee. Potentially, we might even see like an increase in gas price with 1559. Polygon in general is a layer 2 that works out of everything that is available. Is probably one of the best, and it works fairly okay. Got congested from time to time, which means that there is like usability happening and so on. When do I see that not being relevant anymore? Once Ethereum 2.0 launched sharding. And the reason why is for a technical point of view. So right now, if you want to run a node on Polygon, you need to have around like 1 terabyte of space. This, it's self-explanatory. In a year time, in 6 month time, and so on, that node is going to be 2 terabyte. Then it's going to be 3 terabyte. Then it's going to be 10 terabyte. So the more time pass, the least amount of node operators you're gonna have on that chain. The biggest node operator already on Polygon is Binance. Everybody knows my position on Binance. So if you want to use,
that's funny, man, because for me that was what turned me off Matic right from the beginning, and all the way through. My whole opinion on it was the same thing because of that. And now it's rearing its head again at the end. At the beginning, that was for me the big warning bell with Matic. I'm like, oh,
yes, but
Matic
the thing
and Binance are just so intertwined.
That's true, but the point is that like you hope obviously for the distribution and the decentralization to happen. They didn't have any adoption, so it's obvious that you have like one player there. It's the same thing with XDAI. XDAI doesn't have a lot of validators, but if adoption start happening there, is your door to the entrance being better? So in the case of XDAI, they actually reduced even the requirements to become a semi-validator. And so, they're going into the direction where they want to push the decentralization. Polygon was going in that direction, but once you're figuring out that you need, as of today, 1 terabyte to run a node, that closed door for so many people.
Yeah, who's going to do that?
That's the thing. Like, I don't know anybody right now that has a free terabyte on their computer, on their laptop, just like there to run a node. Like, a technical point, it's insane. And the thing is that like it's not the 1 terabyte is going to be enough. In 3 months, it's going to be more, and it's an ongoing thing. So that really puts that very, very similar to become a Binance Smart Chain. Yes, it's true. It's completely different in terms of like the number of transactions. It's not based on a covenant, blah, 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 and so on. I'm talking about decentralization here. And so long run, I'm like, okay, you're saying that this is bad. Fair enough. What's the option right now? Nothing. Because the first person in the chat that writes Cardano, I swear to God. So, right now, there is no other option. Sharding completely removes this problem because sharding allows you to have cross-chain is an option, but cross-chain have later on, if they keep increasing, they would have the same issues as well. Sharding removes that part because it allows you to keep only the data of one of those sharding chain. And then you got like a middle one that interconnect the information between the 2 shards that needs to be transferred from one to another. What Ethereum has done, and that's what a lot of people don't really get yet, what Ethereum has done from a scalability and decentralization point on paper, it's insane. It's super good. they are right now the only project that has a real shot to make things work. So once sharding comes in place, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna use Polygon anymore. Right now, I love Polygon. I think that like they've solved so many issues in the Ethereum space. They've been supporting the chain like crazy. All the migration, the bridging things has helped like the Ethereum blockchain so much. They're always gonna have a space for sure.
Yeah.
But can Polygon be the chain that I want to have as like the main settlement layer? No, I don't see Polygon being in that.
So
place.
guys, let's remove Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Axie from this question. But you've got $1,000. You're looking at the crypto market right now. Mr. Gonzo, you first. Can't invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Axie. Where would you invest $1,000 right now?
Chainlink.
This guy.
Stefano?
Same reason still. The foundation of like, DeFi.
All right, yeah. Give your rationale on that.
Well, I mean, it's still like they've got all the infrastructure for all the crypto to interact with the real world with the price feeds. And then they're heavily involved with gaming and NFTs with the random number generation and verifying that stuff. So, I mean, more use cases. That's still fundamentally, I think it's underpriced right now. So it'd be a good spot to load up.
Okay.
Chainlink.
Stefano?
I go to a 3-star Michelin restaurant and have a nice dinner. I don't put them anywhere.
He's enjoying his profits.
No, that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry, but as of today, if I can't play the long run on Ethereum and I can't play the short game on Axie, I'm not putting them anywhere else.
Can I ask you what percentage you have in Ethereum of all of your crypto holdings?
Well, being increasing that even more. So 90%, I think.
90.
Oh yeah, I've been like liquidating so many stuff. Like I'm cashing out tons of Bitcoin. I'm cashing out tons of cryptos. Like I'm just buying ETH. Every time that I see ETH below 2,000, I'm like, mine.
When is ETH going to flip Bitcoin?
After the merge, after sharding, it's gonna take a long time. Bitcoin is not gonna like go away anytime soon. Let's be honest. It's the mother. It's still like what everybody in the regulation space understand. It's one of those things that it has its place and will potentially always have it.
Look, let's stay on this topic because obviously, what we've seen over the last week is sideways or more to the point, trending downwards in Bitcoin. But we've seen the NFT and the gaming space moving not with that trend. Do you think we're getting? Where do you think we're at with the maturity of this market now? Do you think things are completely reliant on Bitcoin being healthy? If Bitcoin does dip below 30 and flash crash down to 20K or even lower, you think everything is getting pulled down with it here still? And when, I guess the best question is, when's that going to stop happening? Because they are completely separate things.
For sure, we're still in that moment, 100%. And we're seeing that now. But we're also starting seeing the first few examples of non-correlation happening. Axie is a perfect example. Market is bleeding, everything is going down. Everybody called the bear market and so on. And then there is the Axie community of people playing games being like, yay! Like,
fuck, I'm buying cars. I bought a fridge. Oh, we threw a party for my kid. Everybody's like, yeah.
I mean, to me, this is the most important question right now. It really is. I mean,
but that's the thing. We're starting seeing that so the problem, why there is so much correlation? And it goes down to always the same problem. People need to stop leveraging trading once and for all. Like, I don't know how many times I need to say these, and I'm just going to...
Please use our Bybit link in the...
Oh, and by the way, you know what happened right at the top of the SLP price? FTX enabled leverage on SLP USDT.
Jesus Christ.
Surprise! It's like they're trying to bleed it out.
To
but it's not gonna work.
anybody, to any of the people that like our scholars, people in the community, people
Don't
that are
leverage trade.
actually making SLPs and an earning on playing, do not do leveraging trading on SLP. Please, please. Like,
It's so
please.
volatile. It's like so not a market, something to trade.
Yeah.
It's just so unpredictable, right? It's just
So taking this sort of conversation to the next level, I mean, the correlation with the traditional equity markets, it's still there. But what I've found quite interesting is, with Bitcoin, we're obviously, it's just front page of every country's newspaper at the moment that inflation is going up. Now, Bitcoin is obviously put forward as this institutional play, as an anti-inflation hedge. But we're not seeing that correlation at the moment. Bitcoin's dropping, inflation's going up. Any thoughts on that, Stefano?
Yeah, well, we're not seeing yet the inflation really being there. Like, I understand that, like, we got the,
but you're getting the organized FUD to drive the price down so that the institutions that realize that is anti-inflationary are.
Do you think that's what's going on here? Do you think
yes.
this is just an absolute freaking, we're taking the
manipulation?
piss?
Yes, totally. I mean, what's fundamentally changed about Bitcoin and crypto? Nothing. It's just the manipulation. They've switched. They've switched. Well, yeah, exactly. Right. It's getting stronger. It's stronger. It's not getting weaker. Right. But the manipulation is getting stronger, and the tools to manipulate it are getting stronger. More regulation.
Also, there is the fact that we've done like a 20x in a matter of a year. Like, how many X's did we did in a year on BTC and on the market in general?
Exactly. Like Bitcoin was 4K in December, and
we went on like 65. Like, okay, cool, we're low a little bit. It's fine. 50% is not a little bit, but like, man, we're still 5x up. Like, what else do you want? Why is 5? Why are people being in fear?
It's a fickle crowd, Stefano. It's a fickle crowd.
True. Most people got in again in February, March, April, May, June, when it wasn't that low. So that's why.
So we're basically trying to have an intelligent conversation about the simple fact that everything is summarized on the fact that people are stupid. Like, this is literally
it's just
the entire
nature.
Ultimate point.
It's just
you're crying because you enter 65,000 and now you want to try find up an explanation because you were the least smartest person in the room and you bought at the top.
People get emotional with money, and FOMO is a real thing, and people enter in FOMO, and then if they're smart, they follow the FOMO up with a bit of research, and then they dig deep and fundamentally understand what's happening, and then
seems that they're very good at that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to happen too much. But, some people do that, like that's, I mean, I got in after, like, I never bought Bitcoin at the top. I just got into crypto. I just heard about it, right? And I actually, ETH was my first purchase. So, but I bought way high and I missed, but I researched everything. It was like, well, these seemed like cool projects. And I just started following everything. And if you stick to it, you'll find the real stuff that's going on instead of just following price.
I'd have to be tortured to tell you all what my first purchase was.
XVG.
Jesse, what was your first ever crypto?
My first ever crypto would be Bitcoin.
Yep.
There you go, as you should. Yeah. And Sean?
It was my second, and it was literally days after the first purchase. No, BSV didn't exist for 4 years after I entered crypto. But yeah, no, it starts with an X.
Verge.
Ripple.
XRP.
Wait, you bought Ripple was your first coin?
I thought I was investing in a fund, and I knew nothing about crypto. This is how hard forking came about. It was somebody that I basically just was hanging out with this dude, and he appeared to be making millions of dollars every freaking day, which, looking back, he was. So I invested in a what I thought was a fund. It turned out to be a Ripple investment, and as soon as I found that out, I'm like, "What the fuck? I want out." There was a bit of drama around that, and I moved straight into Bitcoin. But that's why I started hard forking. I didn't understand what I was doing at all.
I can tell.
Yeah, I jumped on the internet and did all my research. I fell in with the Bitcoin maxi crowd. They convinced me that Ethereum was a total scam, You know, I'm still kicking myself over that. You know, looking at how well Ethereum has done. So it's really only sort of hanging out with you guys in the last year that I've got up to speed outside of Bitcoin. But yeah,
I
you know,
actually think that action will probably be in. So that was what, like 5 years ago, I guess. Not even
Yeah.
more, whatever. And I think that's in 5 years from now will be similar to people that entered the space and bought Shiba Inu or something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Shiba. Right off.
How's the market going to look in 5 years, Stefano? What are the top 5 coins in 5 years?
Ethereum. Spoiler alert.
I agree.
It's gonna be Ethereum. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand why why people always ask these questions. You got your winning horse. Why are you trying to find the second, the third, and the fourth? Like, you already got your winning horse. Just hold, relax, chill, play some game, increase your stock for free because you're playing the game, and just chill, relax. Why are you looking for a second, third, fifth, like 10th? You want to like figuring out all the top 100 because that makes you happy?
You know,
like,
I don't entirely agree with that. I mean, you know, you and I have discussed this a million times. It's much easier to sleep at night if you just stick it all on in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you know, there's massive gains to be made in some of these other projects. I mean, Jesse, I'm about
but there
to
are
ask you
also
where you'd
massive
put
risks.
$1,000 on that.
That's the point. That's the point.
True.
There is massive risks. I don't know if Binance is gonna do another 10x or not, but maybe it will, and maybe will not. But on the other side, I can play a game with 3 little dumplings monster, make $2,000 a month. What's my risk over there? Zero. Zero.
You might waste some time.
Well, fair enough. I mean, we're probably going to waste that either way on Instagram or on Facebook or something like that. But my point is that, like, yes, you're maybe not making your 10x. Fine. Oh my God. You're going to hear someone that you know telling you that that person is making a killing with a 50x trade and that person is the best human being ever, blah, 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 and so on. Who cares? Who cares? Make your thousands of dollars every month because this space is paying you to do that. And then stick everything into something else and go to sleep and be happy and accumulate wealth. Dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. Reduce your risk as much as possible because when things goes down 40%, 50%, 80%, it doesn't matter. You're still going to have your income every single time. I'm not a fan of trying to predict like what is going to happen in 5 years. So I'm like finding that next 10x or 20x and so on. What's the matter? It's a roulette. Let's be honest. You're lucky once, you lose 10. It doesn't matter. Find a path, find a strategy, a model that allows you every single day to get more. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah.
Allah, that's pretty good.
Very true. On that note, Jesse, do you have a team to give away to the community today? And we're off the back of that commentary from Stefano. Where would you put $1,000 if you weren't allowed to put it into Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Axie?
I wasn't allowed to put it into those.
No.
Fuck. I don't know.
I guess that says it all. You don't know.
Put into a stable coin and then farm it or something. I don't know. I at the moment I'm not buying anything.
No,
Okay.
no buys, just selling.
Yeah, just kind of yeah, I mean I've been happy, you know, for me it's late compared to you guys, but I still feel like I'm early in not only the play to earn, like learning quickly about this play to earn space, but other just really interesting ways of making making what is it called, passive income. That's been interesting me more than like doing these swing spot trades. I've been doing some swing spots trades recently that were beneficial for me, that it was fun because I'm not a trader, so it was kind of fun to do. But yeah, just I'm spending a lot more time now becoming more knowledgeable and learning and really leaving any type of emotion out of it, just trying to be smart, trying to be on the good side of Stefano right now. Jesus.
Just buy ETH, you'll be fine.
Well, yeah, I believe that. I do believe that too. Ethereum has done nothing but benefited me since learning about it a couple of years ago.
Or here's another question then. If you had $1,000, only $1,000, which would you put it into, Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Ethereum at the moment. Also for a project, if you want to ask me what project I would put money into, just because I have my dick gets hard for it, it's AGIX, a Singularity Net.
Didn't that used to be something else?
It used to be AGI. I don't know why. I've always had a good feeling about it, and I made a good amount of money off of it already, and I'm still holding a good bag of it, and I like it, and it reminds me of Terminator, Skynet.
You want to launch Skynet?
I just want to end the world.
You just want to build
if that
one of
works,
those,
then I win.
build one of those tanks that crushes all the skulls.
Exactly. Sean, to answer your question, I finally have now, first of all, shout out to my two scholars who have been patiently waiting, Alyssa and Water D Law. I just sent them both in Discord their QR codes to finally begin playing with their new teams.
Water D Law is the guy that won from last year.
Yeah, Howard DJ.
Last month. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Howard DJ.
The true winner.
And
Shelly
yep,
Murray.
him and Alyssa can now get to Axieing. That leads me, and I'm going. Yeah, exactly. I am going to very appropriately now share my screen, if you know what I mean.
Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, this is what I've got left in my breeding and account. So I suppose these are Mr. Gonzo and I's two eggs that we don't know who's going to have what, but they're both going to be beasts.
Yep.
So I suppose I do have the option to give out a team that will be ready by next week.
Oh, I thought you were going to send Donkey because he had the 3 breeds on him.
Well, the 2 teams that I made were Lil Bro, Lil Dude, and Robert De Niro, and then Ronnie, Cutie, and Fryer. Remember?
Oh yeah, right. Because I think
So okay.
Donkey is the same as the other one that you have, right? Like they're both exactly the same, but this one has 3 breeds, the other one has 0 breeds. I would swap those 2. Sorry, I missed that.
Oh shit. Well, luckily they haven't seen those QR codes yet. Maybe I can just swap that real quick.
Yeah, you just send it. They haven't started playing. Even if they have, it's like nothing.
Right. Let me just quickly find out.
We just check that other scholar first, maybe though, just to make sure.
Yeah, maybe it was my scholar number 4. Let me check. Was it this one?
Yeah, see, Little Bro is the same, right? And yeah, Little Bro and Little Dude are exactly the same, but they're both virgins and they're not breedable, right? Because they're related. So.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so let me stop this. You guys give me just 2 more minutes. I'm going to send this motherfucker back.
Stefano,
What's up?
are you just selling Axies? Or are you gonna what's going on with your Axie count? You still breeding?
Yeah, I'm breeding like crazy, but I'm selling.
Yeah.
So I have like I open up like 58 eggs a couple of days ago, and
Nice.
and then like I didn't see them for till like this morning because like
all of them.
Yes, like apart from 3 or something like that.
Wow.
Then this morning I was lucky to get like some that I was seeing, and then like I start breeding. But my strategy remains all the same. Classic point: dollar cost averaging out. So what I'm doing now is that if I get a perfect one, I keep it, and that goes like into a new scholars account. If it's not perfect, and by not perfect I mean like even a 60 out of 61, I just sell it. I don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming the best option to one, getting back some of the initial investment, and 2, keeping a mental workflow to optimize things. I hate to spend time or like waste time on like overthinking of things or having to redo the stuff over and over. So to me, like, oh, this is a good one, let me look into this, or this is a 60 but it has some new skills, maybe I should keep it, I self-impose specific rules so I can just like sell or keep like in a very black and white way. Maybe it's not the best way of to move forward, but it's the fastest
I mean,
approach for
yeah,
me.
you don't have to like build the fucking Axie empire, right? So I've done a bit of a different approach. I kind of set my level, and now I've done the same thing though. The last 2 weeks, just been selling a lot of the breeds. Like I'll breed 3 and usually sell the runt, right, the worst one, and then now I've also not worried. Before I was worried about breeding before sending to the scholars. Now I've started sending all the new scholarships. I'm just going to send virgins to them and worry about breeding them when they get SLP. So now that'll be like, not scaling up anymore, but just breeding out all the scholarships instead of breeding in a central account. So that's just a bit easier to manage, I think. So every claims day, there'll be a bit of movement and stuff and breeding. And then you just leave it to the next claims day and not try and build any times in between.
There is kind of like a lot that Axie has announced the $150,000 in prizes that are gonna put like on tournaments. So I think that is like now official that Axie will be competing into this esports sector in the sense of like I don't know if they're ever gonna reach like something like Fortnite or anything like that. But on the other side, they are trying to like expand into that venue. I read a tweet once that like now top players Axies, top player Axie players are making $8,000 a month.
I got players making that much.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Like let's be honest.
I got a couple scholars making that kind of money.
Seriously?
They're doing great. With the extra energy and stuff, you don't have to be a superstar. They just they just play a lot. Like most of the scholarships are limited by the fact that they only can play 2 hours, right? So if you give a really good scholar that's really into it, the extra Axies, they can earn, like totally maximize earning, So.
And so because of like these two things and kind of like the direction that Axie's taking, the play to earn and so on, I do believe that there is like more that can be done, but more I'm talking about like in a versatile way, like in a 360 type of thing. And I say that in the previous video, I'm taking like these few weeks off, like while Axie is like going completely crazy and just selling, taking profits, but I'm taking like some time off and like from all of these to actually think on next steps and like what to do properly. I want to, going on the next chapter type of thing. We have started this in a very good way. We have interviewed Gio when SLP price was below a cent. We've been like talking about AXS. We started like the scholarship program like last October or November, whenever it was, with the first one. We ran it out when the channel got banned because it wasn't allowed to give scholarship away, and so we decided to flip the middle fingers, and that has expanded. And now we have like, I think that between like everybody, me, you, Sean, Jazzy, Baloo, and so on, I think that we're probably getting close to 300 scholarship. But I say that many times that like, to me, I think that there is like space enough to YGG is that god enemy, not an enemy in reality, but it's like that opponent that you want to try and to like emulate, you want to try and to compete against. And YGG has 3,000 scholars. They're raising funds. They got like 2 million, I think, in funding from one way or another. But I'm seeing now that everything is like unilateral. Everybody's like, every content creator, every single person is going in the same direction of like, everybody are doing the same thing in one way or another, a comma or another one. Everybody's like on the same train. I want to take some time to actually design and develop what is going to be next for in the play to earn, what we are going to do to like, make this happening. And I want to expand that. If esports is becoming a thing in the play to earn, I want to be there. If every single person that is doing scholarship is doing content creation, I want to be there. If we have scholars that are running their own scholarship program now, and some of them are beating Sean, so that system works, I want to be there. Like, there is a completely crack in the equation that nobody ever seen before. We're having single moms with kids that are players.
And
right
their
now.
moms and their moms.
And the grandma and and everybody. Like this is changing completely everything as we know that, and as being just growing from 15,000 people in January to 500,000 now. It's still a tiny little things that potentially can change the way that we're perceiving gaming in everything. Nobody right now is actually being set for that. Nobody. YGG is the most famous one, obviously, yes, but again, that doesn't cover everything. I want to design something. I want to build a company that, a company or a foundation or like whatever it's going to be, or a DAO or a community, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Saying company because it's obviously a working company creation. So,
Speaking of which, on Monday, people, the hard forking token will be launched for this community.
Speaking of that, and that's the thing, I want to build that type of line that attack on every single one of these future opportunities coming in. And so I don't know, that's why I'm taking a completely step back on the scholarship and stuff like that, because I really want to build the next chapter of this entire industry. And so
I'm happy that I got to get in at least now, because that was inspiring to hear, Stefano. And I'm finally understanding this whole thing a little bit better. So it's beautiful and well done, well put.
Yeah, it is cool. Like Axie is one of Axie, but like play to earn or blockchain is one of those things that gives universal basic income without the issues of the universal basic income.
Yeah,
so
it's redefining
yes,
universal basic income.
Is redefining that, or is redefining capitalism. It's like you can call it in so many ways, but the beauty is that like it doesn't matter who you are.
They
your
found
skin,
a way
your religion,
to capitalize
your
your
language.
time. Like you put time, you get paid. And as stupid as it sounds, you play these stupid little monsters in a game, right? And it's just a little chess game. But if you put your time into it, it makes the network stronger, and we get rewarded for it, right? And if everybody buys into that idea, you get what's happening right now with the crazy parabolic growth in almost every measure.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of growth, people, can you please help us get over 10,000 subscribers?
Do it.
We're so close. We're so close.
We've been so close for months at this point.
We've really stalled around
9,200
for some reason.
Well, mine says we have 9,708. 978.
Yeah. So tell your friends about us.
2,200 short.
Get them on board. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do it.
Tell your friends, like, go away, call someone now and be like, hey,
get out on the streets, break the COVID curfews,
grab them and make them subscribing.
Oh, you know what's gross? Is in our YouTube stream, the one that's suggesting we watch live now is Baby Dogecoin live chart and chat. Crypto sucks. Well, like when you see crypto stuff on YouTube, it suggests you other stuff, right? And it's suggesting a Baby Dogecoin live chart and chat live now.
Oh yeah, I mean YouTube is also having advertisements for full-on thieves
scams. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're censoring crypto channels left, right, and center. I don't think there's a crypto content creator that's not saying the same thing. Their numbers have really fallen away.
Facebook banned
I don't know. I'm growing
the amount of scam ads that are still running is unbelievable.
I'm growing as 80 followers per stream on Twitch.
Yeah. Did you get partner
No,
yet?
I got rejected 5 times.
What?
We don't talk about it, okay?
What?
It hurts. We don't talk about it.
What the hell?
Yeah, Twitch doesn't want me to be a partner. I have every single stat in line. I'm super healthy as a channel. I'm just growing and it's amazing.
What, too much crypto talk?
I don't know, maybe. Like they keep telling me that they want to see more. They want to see more.
What,
and I'm like,
I'm not that familiar with Twitch, but what are there sort of issues around censorship, etc. on
centralized fuckery?
Well, no boobs.
No boobs.
Yeah, you can't. That's not allowed. They will actually close your channel if you do that.
Wow.
It actually happened, by the way. Jokes aside, it did
You're showing your
for
tits?
real. It really happened that people got banned, even male, because they were like streaming shirtless and they completely ban and cancel the accounts. Yeah.
I'll get your tits out, Stefano. Come on.
Get your tits out for the boys. All right. So I'll ask a question, Sean, so we can just give away a scholarship.
Yeah. Then we'll wrap it up.
All right, hard forkers. Salamat po. This is mathematics.
Whoa, he's got
And,
his throwing down the Filipino. Hang
Oh.
on.
Yes,
Nice.
sir. So in order to get a scholarship, the simple question usually is going to relate to my music, and this is no different. If you check on YouTube, what is the name of the most recent music video, the music video released by Mathematics that was most recently released on YouTube? What is the name of the song?
Oh.
Good one.
I know it.
Is it a full release?
It's a great song.
Yeah, it's a
remix.
music video.
Music video.
It's the very latest video that I released on my YouTube, so it shouldn't
Who's
be
got
hard
it?
for anyone.
Who's got it?
Do they know your YouTube channel? They should. The whole point of
I'm
this.
looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube chat because the YouTube chat is always a little bit delayed. So I'm looking at it. I'm going to see who's the first answer.
Sean, you should post his YouTube channel there for him.
Well,
It looks
Jesse,
like Johanna. It looks like Johanna Silva.
Oh, we have a winner.
Johanna
Johanna
Silva.
Silva.
Busy. All right.
Sweet. Do we know Johanna Silva yet?
On that note, let me just post your link, Jesse.
Joji says, "Oh, I knew it. I know, Joji. You just left a comment on it today. I think.
Haha. There you
Could
go.
have said that faster."
Nice. That's good.
Thank you for the comment, by the way, Joji. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Was
so,
the comment scholarship, please, sir?
No, it was, this is a wonderful, cool video.
Good. I'm just kidding.
Maybe I'll keep Joji in my mind for something later though, just out of the kindness of Joji's heart.
Out of Joji's heart.
Yeah, Joji was kind enough to leave a comment without any reciprocation asked.
Right. Without a reward.
Yeah, exactly. It was a selfless act.
is the link to Jesse's Mathematics YouTube channel, people. If you haven't subscribed to it, get in there and do that right now.
So if Johanna Silva, if you want to add me on Discord, I guess you could find me in the Hard Forking Media Discord, right?
Yep.
And I am Mathematics, Maffmatix. That's Mathematics, Maffmatix. Johanna Silva, you can contact me there, and I will let you know that I have to wait for your final Axie to hatch, so it'll take like 4 or 5 more days.
So we should probably have a look at that song, Jesse. I'm just bringing it up. If I can figure this out,
Catch you in
and
a
then
free.
we'll wrap it up.
Because we are all so very busy these days.
Oh my God. What are you all up to on a Friday night?
Streaming.
Taking my wife and kids to the airport.
Ah, that sounds fun.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
Sounds awesome.
That's great. That's some great audio.
It sounds so good. Oh man, you're a great musician.
I know, right? It's almost completely silent. That's how good it is.
It's like a black and
Can't
white.
hear it?
Is there talkies?
Sean, don't you understand how streaming works? It's not like sharing your system audio.
You stream it. Get in there.
It's not going to share the system audio from me either. Do you think I'm a superhero?
You couldn't hear that? You couldn't hear that at all?
Sean, it
Sean,
plays,
I don't think you
it plays
understand what
out
streaming does.
of your laptop speakers and then it goes into your microphone. It just sounds like a fucking tin can.
Dog shit.
Like,
Anyway, the link to Jesse's channel is in the chat. People go and check it out. He's a very
When we
talented-
disconnect, I'm going to get on a private call with Sean. We're going to teach him streaming it. Great.
sound, sight and sound.
The internet.
All right, I tried.
Every
Thank you, Sean.
time.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
Every
it, Sean.
time.
It's the sentiment. It's the thought that counts. That's what
Exactly. No, but in all seriousness, make sure you subscribe to Jesse's channel, people. He is a very talented music.
Oh,
producer.
Joanna said
Thank
she
you.
wants to give her scholarship to a friend, Jesse.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
in the chat there. Maybe
Okay.
she already has a scholarship. Maybe
Well,
we
if
didn't
Johanna
ask-
wants to
did
give
you
it
ask her
away,
that?
that's
Maybe she's got one already.
yeah. Maybe if you do, Johanna. Well, whatever the reason, that's fine. You just tell me who the right person is. As long as
Either way,
she's-
You can also be part of that Gonzo scholarship team with the t-shirts.
Yeah, you can't have multiple accounts, by the way. I don't think we
Right.
mentioned that. So maybe if Joanna already had one, that's the best thing to do. That's great. That's nice.
I mean, that's good of her. Make sure, Joanna, whoever it is you want to give it to, does not have anything, but also knows how to play. Damn it!
Fast now. Nobody's playing now.
Give me a Virgin Pro.
She has a scholarship. Okay, so how are we handling that? We need to wrap it up here shortly, people.
Sounds good. I gotta go feed my kid.
Well,
I
I
gotta
mean,
eat
obviously,
Good.
Johanna, you know, you know how to contact me. Just or contact Jazzy or contact anyone in the Hard Forking team. Just figure it out. Send me whoever you need.
Don't
Whoever wants that
contact
scholarship.
Stefano.
Yeah, he will not
Or
answer.
you're
you
gonna
anyways.
get banned.
He's gonna get banned. You're gonna get banned.
Oh
What?
yeah.
I'm applying
You know
for the
the
job
rule.
ban.
You
You know
know
the
how
rules.
many of you already got banned by me, and then I have Jazzy texting me and be like, "Sir, but
You banned him already.
that person wanted to
Don't
get
make
that
Stefano
scholarship."
angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Trust me. No, no.
He's an Avenger.
That's probably lost on most people. Yeah. Look, thanks, guys. Congratulations, Alexis and Joji. As I mentioned, it's going to take a few days for those eggs to hatch. My 2 new scholars logins will be with you in the next hour.
Joji is going to be scholars now?
Joji is somebody that I just gave one to today.
Oh, that's good. Well, then good. See, karma. Good karma for commenting on my videos.
Yep. And Alexis, congratulations. I appreciate your support. I see you commenting on pretty much everything we put out. So hence a team coming for you. So closing comments, Stefano, we'll start with you. What are you leaving the audience with today? Give them a pearl of wisdom.
Didn't I drop the radio a lot?
He
Like,
did. That was a
Exactly.
big
But
bomb.
what's your biggest one?
Pearl
With a
necklace.
roar. Buy ETH.
Drink a lot of water. If you are old, don't go under the sun, and make sure to keep yourself hydrated and eating fruits and vegetables and having a balanced diet.
Oh, man.
Health
Very
tips
good.
from Stefano. He's done with crypto advice. Just health now from now on. Living a good life.
Indeed.
There you go. That's awesome.
Great.
Mr. Gonzo, your parting words of wisdom.
I don't have any wisdom, but just some parting words. Have fun. Just have a good week. Don't worry about everybody that I'm talking to. I'm kind of insular right now with the hard forking scholarship community. Just don't stress about the server stuff. It's all good. Better days are coming.
Hopefully.
Come on. Very good. Mr. Mathematics, parting words of wisdom.
Just keep on rocking in the free world. And
Exactly.
Let's not let that world become unfree. So let's do our best to
I mean, the world is a crazy
Fight
place
the
right
fight.
now. There's so much crazy shit happening, and the best thing you can do is just try to enjoy your life and do good, right?
Exactly.
So-
Have fun.
100%. 100%. And on that note, go out today, people, and make one other person laugh uncontrollably. It'll make you feel so much better as well.
Psychotically.
All right. We really love this growing community. We're getting to know you in many cases individually. So, tell everyone about us. We really appreciate you all. And thank you to the Hard Forking team for your thoughts and comments today, guys. And we'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Cheers now.